The system is broken. It really is. The higher ups care more about the bottom line than they do about the health and safety of the patients. We, as the patients, are the ones that have to suffer from that. We're the ones that suffer from that. Turn the machines up higher. Pack them in here, shoulder to shoulder. Get them in, get them in, get them out. Don't care about their pain. Don't care if they're okay when they leave this clinic. Just get them in there, get them out so we can save a buck. Don't talk to them. Don't treat them like human beings. Just get them in and get them out. Turn the machines up. And a lot of the people that work in these transplant centers just exacerbate the situation. They exacerbate the problem because they're too busy trying to follow the rules and not get in trouble, that they don't care what happens to you. A lot of them don't really try to make sure that you're comfortable. A lot of them don't try to really make sure that you're safe and that you feel good after leaving a dialysis treatment. They just follow whatever rule that their higher ups tell them to do. There's no customization. There's no trying to make you feel at ease. There's no trying to make a treatment go smoothly for you as an individual. It's a one size fits all. And if it doesn't work for you, well, who cares? Because I did my job. Give me my check, please. On top of all of this, you have to deal with kidney transplant centers. You mean to tell me that eBay can give me an exact date and time when I can receive my package, when I'm to receive my package? But you mean to tell me that UC Davis and CPMC have no clue when I'm supposed to receive this life-saving medical procedure? You're surrounded by all of these supposed experts in the field, and nobody has any information they can tell you about anything. They give you some vague idea of when you're supposed to receive a kidney, but ultimately it doesn't mean anything because they're not giving you facts. They're not giving you dates. They're not giving you anything. Maybe it's going to be here. Maybe it's there. We don't know. Then everyone involved just expects you to be happy about it. Waiting on a kidney transplant list wouldn't be that bad if there was a date, just a time, even if it was just a year, to expect something, anything. Like, hey, we put you on the kidney, we made you active on the kidney transplant list. So in 2024, you can expect to receive a call about a kidney. We don't know what month, we don't know what day, but this is the year. Definite. So it gives you something to look forward to. It gives you something to strive for. It gives you a goalpost to reach. With the way it is now, you're just hanging out in space. And they know damn well they're going to keep you on that kidney transplant list for at least 5 years. And they're going to waste all that time with you. Because supposedly they're waiting for the perfect match. And no one can guarantee that you are going to stay healthy between now and some phantom date that they can't give you. So as a dialysis patient, you're constantly on edge of not knowing what's going to happen. You can't make any plans because you don't know. I can't speak for anybody else, but I know for me, I'm in a constant state of distress because any little thing that happens can get me kicked off that kidney transplant list. Any little thing. And the people at the transplant centers, they don't care. They don't care about try. They don't care how hard you're trying. All they care about is you just doing the thing. That's all they care about. And if you can't do the thing, whatever it is they're asking you to do, and if you can't maintain whatever requirements or fitness levels that they ask you to do, they will snatch you off that kidney transplant list and they will never talk about you again. I want to believe in the process. I do. I want to believe in the system, but I just can't. And I want a kidney so badly so that way I can just wash my hands of this. Because most of my anxiety is coming from dealing with all of this. Dealing with dialysis, dealing with transplant centers, dealing with the uncertainty of not knowing what is going to happen to you. And everyone involved, from the dialysis center to the kidney transplant centers, just want you to act like this is just no big deal. Kidney disease seems to be one of those illnesses, one of those chronic illnesses that everyone just expects you to be happy about having. I don't understand that. And the first thing they hit you with is, well, it could be worse. It's like that's the most insensitive thing that you can say to somebody with a chronic illness, is that it could be worse. It is unfortunate for those people in worse situations than you, but how does that diminish all the pain and suffering that I'm going through right now? It's like, how dare you tell me that my pain is invalid because I have dialysis and that just makes everything better? I have said this before and I will say it again. Dialysis, kidney disease, and dialysis has affected my life very negatively. And you're constantly having to interact with people who don't know anybody that's going through dialysis. They don't have anybody in their family. They've never gone through dialysis or kidney transplant or any of that. But yet they keep trying to tell you what your experience should be like. They keep trying to tell you what you should do based off of no point of reference in their life personally. They don't even go out of their way to try to understand you, because they're just there to follow the rules and get that check. And then when it gets bad, nobody has anything for you except to tell you to keep smiling and stay positive. And meanwhile, you're just waiting. You're just waiting and waiting for something good, anything good to happen to you to change your life. Because changing your mindset and being positive doesn't really mean anything if you feel bad terribly physically. Listen, I got nothing against being positive, okay? Maybe that way of thinking works for a lot of people, but I know that from my personal experience of me trying that, it does not work for me. I know that me being positive never changed my situation. It's not staying positive all the time. It's just being happy all the time, regardless of anything that's going on in your life, isn't going to accelerate good things to come to you. That's just not how it works. Though you'll have some people that will disagree. Me staying positive doesn't change the fact that I'm constantly in some form of discomfort. I'm constantly in some stage of exhaustion. That I feel bad most of the time. Dialysis hasn't been going too good lately for me. And I just want to feel better. And it's not happening right now. You follow the rules and you do everything you're supposed to do, but there's no guarantee that there's going to be a reward for you at the end of this. Not everyone's story ends with a happy ending. And that's just the reality of what I'm dealing with. As a dialysis patient, just simply trying to live is the hardest thing to do. And at these dialysis centers, they see you for maybe 2, 3, 4 hours. That's a vertical slice of everything that goes into trying to maintain this lifestyle. With the transplant centers, it's the same thing. They maybe have a 5-minute phone call with you and they get a small little taste of what you're going through, if that. and they're still just going to regurgitate the same thing that everybody else says to you. Just stay positive. Keep your head up. Keep going. Keep fighting, and all this other BS. That's cool if that works for you. But I'm at a point now where I want results. I want figures. I want I want statistics. Like, what are my chances? When am I going to expect to receive a kidney? Give me the blood work. What's going on? What's going on? Does anything that I'm doing right now get me any closer to getting a kidney transplant aside from just waiting around? No one sees your day to day. Nobody sees the daily struggles that you have to go through. And a lot of times nobody wants to because they don't care enough. They just want to do their job, follow the rules, collect their check, and go home to their families and their great lives. Their vacations to Cancun and their vacations to Florida and SeaWorld and Disneyland and all of that stuff that makes them happy. The higher ups in dialysis see you as a dollar sign. And the ones on the lower levels in these dialysis centers and these transplant centers see you as a slab of meat. Put them on the machine, take them off, get them out of here. We need to stop pretending that every single person involved in healthcare is there because they care. And when there's cuts to the bottom line, we as the patients are the ones that have to pay for that. And the system is broken. And I feel concerned for the future because I don't see the situation getting any better. The more time that passes, the more people are going to need dialysis. And it's going to overload the system, and it's just going to get worse. If I could give anyone listening to this any advice, remove denial from your life altogether. Just remove it entirely, because being in denial won't help you. That won't help you. As much as just blindly staying positive, denial is not going to serve you in any way. You need to be woken. You need to have your eyes open all the time. Do the research, learn as much as you can. It may not be what you want to hear. And you know what? That beats somebody in some dialysis center or some nephrologist selling you some fairy tale story about how magical dialysis is. It keeps you alive, and that's about it.